Before you fast forward, I have a very important question for all of you watching this video on the Answers for Athletes channel. How annoying is it? Seriously, because I will switch it if needed. How annoying is it when I say, before I give you this answer, like this video, subscribe to the channel, leave your question down below. If you want me to answer your question in a video just like this, then I talk about my programs, this, that, and the other. How annoying is it? Like, do you despise like fast forwarding the video? Because I watch a content creator or listen to a content creator a lot called Mr. Ballin. And no hate to Mr. Ballin in any sense, but I find that in the beginning of his videos, I'm just fast forwarding to the point where the story actually takes place. And then in the middle of his videos, sometimes he has an advertisement and I'm just fast forwarding and it's slightly annoying. So if it is extremely annoying to all of you, I will refrain from saying, like this video, subscribe to the channel, leave your question, and then talk about my programs, this, that, and the other, because I do take like 30 to 45 seconds to talk about absolutely nothing that benefits you. So let me know. But in today's video, we have a question from Zuko Frags, who says, so like, how would I train my upper body more like an athlete than a bodybuilder? This is a great question, and I have a great answer for you, and I'm going to give it to you right now. So to train your upper body as a bodybuilder. So he actually commented this on my main channel video where I talked about 8 mistakes that ruined my 45-inch vertical jump. Joke's on me, I never had a 45-inch vertical jump. I had a 43-inch vertical jump, but chances are it would have been more like 44, 45 if I didn't make those 8 critical mistakes. Watch that video if you want to watch that video. But mistake number 3, I believe it was, is training your upper body wrong, in quotes. And training your upper body as a bodybuilder is not wrong if those are your goals. If you want to build muscle and build size and train upper body for hypertrophy, 100% by all means, that is what you should do. But the 2 parts to that mistake were, number 1, you just have to realize that the more muscle mass you put on with your upper body is obviously going to increase your overall body mass, and then for your vertical jump, you have to propel more body mass into the air. So any added weight is a little bit harder to jump. And then also, you have to be careful with your phases for upper body training. When you are in a volume phase for lower, I do think that you should be in a volume phase for upper. When you're in a deload for lower, deload for upper, back off for lower, back off for upper. So just like if you're focusing on eccentric for lower, I think you should focus on eccentric for upper. Like, give the central nervous system the same stimulus with your upper than your lower. Why? Because the central nervous system is not limb specific, meaning your arms and your legs, or upper body, lower body specific. It is a full body thing. So that is why I think you should match up your upper and lower phases. All of that to talk about how do you then, if you're not going to train like a bodybuilder, upper body, how do you train your upper body like an athlete? The same way that you train your lower body like an athlete, but it is a little bit different because speed, velocity-based training for your upper body becomes a little bit more difficult. It's more like speed strength, sometimes more like power work, unless you can run on your hands really fast. So training upper body like a bodybuilder, obviously, most of you know, your 100%, like your main quality, 100% of the time that bodybuilders are focusing on is hypertrophy. A secondary quality would be strength. Some of them are interested in power, but it's, like I said, it's tougher to touch on speed and velocity, speed, strength. But I think that a lot of athletes would benefit by training their upper body with mixed training. So just like I talk about mixed training for your lower body, I think that upper body, which I have in my Upper Body Athlete 2 program, Upper Body Athlete 3, but that's a max, it's more, a little bit more focused on strength. My Upper Body Athlete Secret System, a lot of my programs for upper body use mixed training. So we start with a warm-up and then a speed strength / power exercise, then a conventional, a traditional power exercise, and then we go strength, and then we go hypertrophy. So essentially mixed training is speed, warm up, speed, power, strength, hypertrophy. Why? You're trying to do the most fatiguing things last. You don't want to do hypertrophy work before you do your power work. Why? Because that's going to diminish your power work. Your power outputs are going to be less after hypertrophy work. That's why we do hypertrophy at the end. That's why we do that order. So speed is difficult to touch on. So the first thing I would say, how to train your upper body as an athlete, is to follow that mixed training. You have to not just be focused on so much hypertrophy and strength, but also add power training. Move the weights fast. Move the weights fast. Throw things like medicine balls, not just anything. Don't just be throwing things. Throw medicine balls. Like med ball throws are, touching on some speed, strength, some power. And then what I'm a big fan of is I do sets for time. So very easy example is a bench press for time. You could put bands on it, banded bench press for time, but let's say we have 10 seconds and I want you to get as many reps as possible in 10 seconds. So you are benching as fast as you possibly can. Great for speed, strength, power, great for the stretch shortening cycle. Like, that is one main difference of how you could train your upper body as an athlete and then instead of a bodybuilder. And don't forget, after you do your power-based training with your upper body, do your strength-based training. You obviously want to hit, upper body heavy, heavy vertical push, heavy horizontal. I just said vertical. Heavy horizontal push, horizontal pull, vertical pull. And then you don't have to completely neglect hypertrophy work unless you want to get really strong and decrease your overall body mass and you don't want to build muscle, but you don't have to completely neglect your hypertrophy work. Just do it after all this stuff. And then I guess your main categories we could talk about, you want to hit your horizontal push, your horizontal pull, vertical push, vertical pull, rotation, anti-rotation. Those are the main differences between training like an upper body, like an athlete, instead of a bodybuilder. Bodybuilders are just focused on hypertrophy and strength. You want to be focused all the way up and down the force velocity curve. Those are the main takeaways that I want you to do. I could give you, maybe I'll make another video giving you a bunch of exercises. Maybe I'll go through a workout that I have in my Upper Body Athlete 2 program. Just drop a comment. Let me know what you would like to see when it comes or relates to upper body training for athletes. But that's it for this video. Like this video. If you like it, subscribe to the channel, leave your question, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.